Hello there, everyone. Jason here this afternoon, from Juices. And today I want us to do a basic training of Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to take you through the basics of Microsoft Excel. I'm going to take you through the workbooks, the formulas. I'm going to show you how to do formatting of cells and how to create tables, how to make charts, and how to come up with different we're going to come up with the different charts, and we're going to create different tables. So I'm going to start right now. I'm going to log in, and I'm going to open the application. So here we go. So we begin with opening the application. So I'm using Microsoft Excel 2016, and this application, when you open the application, the first thing you'll notice when you open the application is you'll see a list of all the last worksheets that I created, or I had opened on my machine. So from here, you can decide when you have a list like this. You can actually decide if you want to pin let's say this sheet. There's always an item here for there's always a knob here where you just get to pin the item, and now it means that the item will always be at the top of the table when you open Microsoft Excel. Actually, it will be at the top. So moving on, you'll see some tabs, but what we're going to focus on today mostly is the blank workbook, which you're going to use because now in an advanced stage you'll learn how to use all these other stuff you can see from my screen. So there's for students, there's for travel, there's for developers. We have all these different tabs that you can use, let's say even for creating a calendar for your own. Yes. So even for the companies, let's say you want to do an invoice, you want to see the student schedule, let's say you want to make to go through your budgets, your monthly budgets, your reports for the organization. We have all this here, and you can search for more. When you come at the top here, you can always search for more templates online. You just search for the template that you need, if you can't find it, and then you'll come and then you'll get it online, and then from there you can add it, and then from there now you can actually start working on it. But our main focus for today will be the blank workbook. So we're going to go ahead and open the blank workbook. So you'll notice something when you open the blank workbook. The first thing that you notice is at the top they will have the tabs. These are the tabs. Let me show this. All these are the tabs where you have the file. You can open the recent file that you created, and you can come up with a new one here, or when you want to export or publish. Going back, you'll see insert. This under insert, you have the tables where you can insert tables, pictures, all these. The stories, there are plugins that you can get from there. Now they are recommended charts. So all this you're going to find them here under this tab. Now moving down, this is what we call the ribbon. We have a ribbon. This is the tab up here. This is now what we call the ribbon. So under the ribbon is where you'll find all this that we just talked about, the hyperlink, you can find the hyperlink, the text box, the symbols, the equation, the symbols. All this is where you find them. Now when you move down, I want to talk about the next thing that you're going to find. Actually, it's you'll find when you open, this is a blank worksheet. When you open this, you'll get the blank worksheet, and you can actually see it's labeled sheet 1, but you can always go ahead and add more worksheets, and you'll see them below here. So you can basically switch between one worksheet to another worksheet. Now under a worksheet, we have a row and a column. We have a row and a column under a worksheet. And now in the worksheet we have what we call cells. These are now what we call the cells, and this is where you basically this is basically where you normally input the data, where you're working on, let's say you can type something, it will actually be in a cell. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to explain to you how now sorry, before going there, I was forgetting. A collection of this is called, a collection of all these cells is called, this is what makes a sheet, a collection of the cells. And when you say like, let's pick like four cells, this now creates what we call a range. Now that's a range. A workbook is now basically the sheets. We have, let's say, this sheet, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Now this is a workbook because when you save it, it normally saves and has all these sheets within it. Okay, moving ahead, we're going to see how to input the data. You pick, let's say, a cell. Let's say today we are going to try and first of all we try and input some data in this cell. Let's say we choose a number. Let's say a date. Let's say, for example, today we'll try and work with let's say motor vehicles in the market in Kenya. So we choose something like let's say we do a make here, and then a model, because we have models, so we say a model, and then let's say the price for importation price, and then we can go ahead and add let's say resale price. So we're going to input some data in this, and then we're going to work with that data. The data is going to help us to explain more on all this. So the first thing we're going to do is let's say, for example, if you noticed this, when you type in a cell and it doesn't fit, it actually overlaps and it looks like it's going to the next cell. So what normally happens, you just come and double tap there, and it will actually move and enlarge the cell. So that normally helps when the cell is when you're typing in the cell and it's not, and the details that you're typing in the cell are not fitting. So that actually helps you with that. So moving on, let's say we come and now let's just input some numbers. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 6. For now we can work with around let's say 6 vehicles. We choose a date that the vehicles have been brought. Let's say 1st of 1st 2020, 1st of 1st 2020, let's say 3rd of 2020, let's say 4th of 1st 2020, let's see, 4th of 1st 2020. We can also have, let's say like another date, let's say like 10th 2020. So we can actually, what you come and do now, we input the models of the vehicles, and let's say we can put what do we call this? We can make let's say Toyota. We can have any model. Actually, we can have Subaru. We can have Mercedes. We can have Mercedes. We can have Mercedes. let's say Toyota. So for now, we will just keep on the model part. We can add it. We can add it later, but we'll just keep on the model part. So let's say importation price. Let's say 600,000, 400,000, 800,000, 1 million, and then let's say 1 million. We can also have let's say we just put any figure. We work with any figure for now. So we'll just stack up the figures quick. 800,000, we can work with 800,000. We can work with 600,000. 1 million. 2 million. You can work with 1 million. And now we can work with 900,000. So first of all, I'm gonna show you how to do like when you open a sheet. When you want to maneuver from one side to another, you can actually, it's easy. You just tap in the next, let's say you just tap in the next cell. If not, you can quickly move in by the arrows on your machine, the up, down, right, left arrows. It actually helps you to maneuver quickly within the worksheet and just to have a way to add up the figures quick in the worksheet instead of keeping on typing, clicking here and there on the cells. And it actually makes your work easier. So we're going to see how you can add, let's say for this, now you can use all this data to create, since it's already in a table form, you can actually add borders in this data. So from here, you can come to table. Oh, sorry. You can come to insert. So you can insert a table. What's the data value? Table has headers. Create a table. So you can actually have the borders. Sorry for that, I had a technical hitch. So moving on, we were actually reviewing this table, and now we want to come up with the borders of the table and create a table. So what we do, you just come to borders here. You check here. You'll find like you can create all borders. So what you come and do is you just click on this, highlight, move around, then go back to home, and then you click all borders. You can actually select what you want from here. You can have the outer borders. You can have the thick outer border, bottom. It depends with your preference, what you actually want with the table that you're creating. So that is how we do it now when you're creating the borders. Now moving on. If you want, I wanted to teach you something else. If you want to add a row, you can actually come here. Like you want to, let's say you want to add a row or a table, you come and click insert. It will actually show you entire row or entire column. So if you add a row here, it will actually, it's an entire column. If you want to add an entire row or an entire column, sorry about that, you actually just click on the borderline of the table here, and you can actually shift it. Let me just insert, sorry, you can just click here, then come to insert, then you can insert the whole line on the, just a minute. Home. Then you can do an insert. You can insert an entire row or an entire column. It depends with where you want to insert your column or the row. Now, something else you want to do, if you want to increase the width, or you want to increase the width or the length of let's say an entire cell, what you normally do is you just click on these borderlines here, and you just click on the borderlines, and then you just pull it to the side. It will actually increase the entire length and the entire length. If you now want to increase the width, you just click on the side, and then you just drag it down, and then it will actually increase it. That's the height and the width of the entire column. Now, if something else you want to we want to discuss again today is now, if you want to print the whole file, you just come to File and go to Print, and it will actually bring you a print preview, and the print preview will show you like how the document is going to appear when you print it out. So you can see if everything all the items that are in the table are fitting in, or the items are actually not fitting in the table. So that can assist you to go back and make the necessary adjustment in your document when you're about to do the printing. When you want to do the printing, because you just go to Print, the preview, you'll see the preview on this other right hand side. Now, another thing that we want to do today is we want to check formulas. Now, when we want to check formulas, I want to show you example of something, of a formula. First of all, on this, you want to, let's say, come up with formulas. All the formulas, I wanted to show everything you have to start with an equal sign when you want to come up with a formula. Let's say, for example, we'll choose, for example, equals, we choose like the first, now we go to this, on the table that we've created, we choose this E1, we choose E1, E10, and then let's say, for example, we can add plus this E plus the F10. So once you're done with that, when you click outside the page, it will actually bring you the price. But when you come here at the top, when you click on this and you come back here at the top, it will actually show you the contents of what it will actually show you. It's exactly which cell and which cell that the formula was coming from, that the formula is adding. Like, it's these figures and these number of figures that were on this particular table, on that particular cell. So that can actually help you. So you can choose different formulas that you want over there. It just depends. You can just keep on changing them. You can change, let's say, if you want to do, if you want to divide the two, you can actually just change this and put that. It will bring you, and then you can click outside. When you click outside the cell, it will actually bring you the figures. So another thing that we want to do is, another thing that we want to do is, now I'm going to show you how to let's say get the, let's say, what you want to do next is how to change, let's say, drag and make changes to the values. So Um, so we are experiencing a bit of technical hitches. So what you're going to do is we are going to prepare a we're going to prepare in the next presentation and pick up from where we've left from. So I hope to see you then, and you can always remember to subscribe to our channel. We'll be having classes every single week, so hope to see you then.